Gung Hai Fat Choi, everyone. It's going to be a lunar new year in 2 days, well, here in California. And I've got my mother-in-law's Buddha with us today. She used to have this in her bathroom, and I snagged it when she passed away. But I also got her dog, so I deserve this. And also, I am here today to tell you that we're on many platforms. I don't know if you have Facebook. If you do, you might be seeing me on facebook.com/Susan Pinsky. That's Sailer, not like with an O. Or you might be seeing me on facebook.com Dr. Drew, which facebook.com/Dr. Drew. I'm not really sure. I'm not seeing anything streaming yet. Caleb.
Oh, it's there.
It just takes a little while.
It's definitely there.
There's
a lot of people watching.
Maybe I'm on the wrong page. Anyway, so we're also on Periscope at First Lady of Love. I asked Dr. Drew's Periscope fans how they felt about this topic of speaking with dead people, and they weren't really down with it. They like a more scientific approach. So head on over to at First Lady of Love Twitter, and you'll see my Periscope. I have like 2,000 followers over there. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so also, if you don't like Facebook, you don't like Twitter, and you're just a purist, you can go to youtube.com/Dr. Drew, because I'm lucky enough to have my shows up there. Also, any of my video shows, not the whole catalog of 140 shows, which I've done over the years as a podcast. So you can also find me in podcast form at Calling Out with Susan Pinsky on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you listen. And also, we're trying this new platform. We're going to try to, bring content every couple of weeks and bring in some of my premier psychics who have worked with me over the years. How this all started was kind of funny. It was Adam Carolla had a California Psychics promotion. They wanted to sell ads, so they said, we need a psychic show, and who's crazy enough to do this? Lynette Carolla passed on it. Gina Grad and I did it. We started it in 2012, and we just, I've been doing it for a long time. I took about a year break this year because I was working on This Life, #YouLive podcast, and Weekly Infusion, and the Opium series, and now Ask Dr. Drew, which is our new hit show, by the way, that you have to check out. We're going to be taping this Sunday at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. with George Papalopoulos. My husband is I can't say his name. I'm sorry, George. He and Simona Maggiante are married. She was on a previous show, and it's a great show. Caleb Nation and I threw the studio together, and he produces that show as well. He's here in the studio tonight with his lovely wife. I love her.
Hello.
She was helping him set up tonight, and she'll be getting a healing later. He'll be getting a healing later, I hope, because I have my longest friend, psychic friend, that I've known for probably 15 years. She started this podcast with me. She was the beginning of this whole, escapade. We have been friends since. We just recently did a show in New York at a comedy club. What was the name of that? Caroline's. Okay. Yeah. I'm a lot older now. I've been doing this show for a long time, so my memory is really shitty these days. But also trying to produce and be a host is really fun. It's really fun. But anyways, love this woman. I want to welcome everybody, Rebecca Fearing. We need cheers.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
So anyways, you might know Rebecca from Dancing with Ghosts. It was a very popular live stream show on her Facebook page. She is also very well known for doing a lot of housewives shows. She also has been reading people forever. She's extremely clairvoyant, psychic medium, and she loves doing this. We did a show in New York, and she literally stayed the whole night and read pretty much everybody who was left in the crowd that didn't leave, and didn't charge for it. We tried, but we do. I don't know. I wasn't very good at getting the money. So, but she did a fabulous job. It was a really fun night on Halloween, and she was actually invited back, I think.
Yes, I was. I was invited back. Yes, and it was interesting because I've done a little bit of comedy, but not on that scale and not in New York. And Susan was there and helped, and Drew came and helped, and we had Joe Cortez.
Well, you know what, I got to say,
Stacey.
and we did this little, we try to do like all these little spoofs and stuff, but clearly the most important thing was when you were reading people. And I think you could just get up on the stage, read for 2 hours and or an hour or however long,
2 hours,
and not have everybody, you know, because you tapped into the owner. Caroline showed up because she wanted to see it. She brought all her friends, and we literally, they were blown away. Like you brought in Elizabeth Taylor's.
Yes, I did. I was on the stage, and I'm very confident in what I do. So I saw Elizabeth Taylor standing on the stage, and I was like, okay, I'm going to say this because I have Miss Taylor right here. Okay. And I said, wow, we have a special guest. I think I said, Elizabeth Taylor is here with us. And lo and behold, some of her friends were in the audience. And I did
Caroline's
not know that.
friends were related to her. And so she brought them up. So it was a slam dunk with the owner of Caroline's. And that's not an easy task. Let me tell you, like I mean, I was a little nervous. You know, Halloween's a tough sell to get people in.
Right.
The seats, we had a pretty good house, but I think if you do a Halloween show, you should do it not on Halloween because everybody's with their kids trick or treating or there are parties or blah blah blah. And
right, and
but I mean, there's other things, but it was fun. That was our first live show, and I wasn't in the show, but Rebecca pulled it off in a grand fashion.
Well, the thing was, we were in costume, and I don't know if Susan knows this, but I had this certain wig that I was going to wear because my costume was kind of like Cruella de Vil or whatever.
Right.
And Sherman
came out as the puff
daddy or whatever that was.
No, he's the marshmallow puff man.
Yeah, so
and he couldn't see.
So
they were like walking in circles, handing out candy. They couldn't get on the stage.
It was funny. But,
actually, that was the best part.
Yeah, that he forgot my wig, so I made him run back to the hotel to get me a wig, and then he brought me the wrong wig.
God bless Sherman. He is always such a peach. He does everything for Rebecca. Like he's so amazing.
I just go, get my wig. And then what happened was, so we managed to, with my makeup artist Reba, who's amazing, to manage to get the wig on right. But I have to tell you something, Susan. This is a little embarrassing.
Okay.
But I had a very low cut costume, right?
I saw those boobs.
And I think that
those
my
were
bosoms,
boobles, Rebecca.
I think my bosoms
she's got a nice pair. They were nice.
They were more famous than I was, I think. And everybody was coming up and talking about them.
Nothing's better than a nice pair of boobles. Yeah.
So anyway, it was. So
anyways, I'm so excited to have you. We haven't ever done this, and I know Dancing with Ghosts is not in production right now, but I know a lot of your followers are probably going to call in. We've already got 13 people on the line, which is pretty amazing. Last week we had like 30 people on the line and like 250 people calling in. So I want everybody who's on the line or watching to share this with your friends so that they can see what we do here. And this is a very simple show. We're taking a lot of calls, so we're just gonna start taking callers, and Rebecca will tap in. We're not going to go too long on each caller. We're going to try to do like if you have a good question or something you really want to talk about, say what you want, and then we'll try to tap in, give you a couple minutes, and then we're going to move on, and then so more people can get on the line.
Right. And
you should probably tell me how you want to do it.
Yeah, well, dancing, let me say the one thing, Dancing with Ghosts is coming back. I'm just reinventing, and we're taking a little hiatus, so don't worry, guys.
It happens.
Yes, it happens. So
it happened to me.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
I
couldn't stay away. Everybody was like asking me when I was going to do it again.
Absolutely. I asked her because my fans and people that I know said, where's her show? I said, I feel she's going to come back, but yeah, I encourage it wholeheartedly.
So Caleb, I can't see the chat for some reason on my restream, and I want to be able to see people's actual, open in browser chat. Yeah. Open in browser. Yeah. Okay, I was just seeing myself on the screen, which is, I love myself a lot, but I don't need to look at myself in two places. I can see myself right there, and I was just like, oh, God. Anyways, I got to rub the Buddha's head for longevity. All right, so, okay, good. So now I can see your questions and what you've said. I can't see what you've said so far because I just pulled it up, but I can see what people are saying on Periscope, Facebook. I can see what people are saying on YouTube, all at the same time. So I don't have to go between my phone and another computer or whatever like I used to. So hi Marielle, hi Deborah, hi Llama Balls. I saw you the other day. If you ask questions, if you think, if you have some connection to somebody famous, definitely ask about that person. No, because they're always fun to talk to. If you want to talk about, your future, your past life, your
pet,
your pet, anything that comes to mind, or just say, read me, see who comes up. If you want to just do that, if you don't have a question, you just want to see who pops in, sometimes that'll happen. But the bad news about that is usually my mother pops in first.
She does.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time. I am the first person. I go to a medium show. I'm the first one to get a reading in the room every time. I don't know why. My spirits are strong, and I just want to let them all know right now. I know you're with me, and I love you. But let's let these people get their calls. If something doesn't resonate with you, just keep moving. It may come to you. You may have psychic amnesia, and you may forget that you had an Uncle Joe.
It's true. It happens sometimes.
And because you get stressed out and you're like, no, I don't know Joe. Oh, well, there was Joseph. It's like, yeah, Joseph, whatever. But just don't stress about it. It'll pop in your head, and then all of a sudden, and it'll probably be tomorrow while you're sitting on the toilet, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I did have an Uncle Joe. My mom's, he's like, and then you can also let us know later, oh yeah, there was a Joe, because we'll be here. Every couple of weeks. So can't give you definite dates, but we're going out of town next week. But we will get to you. Okay. So let's start. Let me rub
the Buddha.
But I really seriously want you guys to chat too. And I might just if you think something's funny or you want to make a comment about something, I will read it if it rates. So, let's start here.
Okay. I'm ready.
Hello, with whom am I speaking? Hi, what's your name?
Ginger.
Hi, Ginger. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. So I'm here with Rebecca Fearing, and I'm going to let her just sort of tab into your energy and do what she does. I don't know how the hell she does it, but I can't do it. So
okay,
we'll see what she comes.
Great.
Okay, Ginger, we're going to go a little fast, but the first thing I see around you is you have a very, very vibrant aura, a lot of red in there. So I'm saying not that you have to be an actor, writer, or artist, but you should use your creative side a little bit. You have a strong analytical side. Putting a little creative in there will definitely help you feel happy. You also have an interesting love life. Do you want to know about that?
Yeah.
We lost her.
Do I have any questions?
Well, I'm going to look first.
Oh, no, about your love life.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So let me look in there a little bit, and then we can have you can ask a question. The man that will end up being your love of your life, he will have a very, I like a sense of humor. I think he has a soft side, but still manly at the same time. And
sensitive.
Yeah, and I do feel a lot about his mother. I'm going to ask you this question. Does he talk about his mom a lot?
Well, I'm not with anyone right now.
Oh, you don't know
But the
him?
last person I was with did. Yeah.
Oh, I may be picking up him. He has more dark-haired, I'll describe, brownish, dark hair, very nice smile. Definitely has a nice height to him. And every time I see your man, though, this could be somebody different I could be looking at. There seems to be a vehicle around him a lot. He seems to love his vehicle, and it could be a bigger vehicle, something like a truck or a big SUV. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, the description aesthetically is like my ex, my most recent ex. And he did like a plane, but he no longer has it.
That's a big vehicle.
Yeah.
Was it white by any chance?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I would have said check your tires on that vehicle, that plane.
Oh, God.
To tell you the truth. I should call him
Do you have a
and tell
death
him.
wish for him?
I know. Yeah.
Don't
it
tell
may
him.
be him because he was very involved in that. And I'm serious about the tires. You know, if you still
Check those
using
tires.
that plan, that plane,
Okay.
check the tires. If I don't know how you
And
give
if you
that
meet a
message to
guy
him.
who has a big white truck, then also you're going to be dating.
Then
a
I'll
guy.
know.
Yeah. I also but I also look at the name around you, Robert or Robbie. So I don't necessarily.
Ooh.
You know who that is?
No, I don't have any Roberts that I can think of right now.
Yeah, Robbie.
But maybe.
Yeah, no, but that's somebody in
Robbie.
the future. Keep that name in mind, Robbie or
Okay.
Robert.
Okay.
I also feel that you will be married, and that's going to be a beautiful event. You will go back and forth and decide where you want to have that event. I always encourage some kind of ceremony, so when you have kids, they can look back at your pictures. A lot of people now are just going the justice of peace, but I see you guys are definitely having a beautiful event. Excuse me. And remember this. Bring 2 pairs of shoes to your wedding because your feet might start hurting. I have somebody I know that just created a wedding shoe where you can go with the heels and then the heel comes off and you can have a dancing shoe.
There you go. Yeah,
That's
I know.
so funny.
I'm going to a benefit. Hillsides is having their foster benefit.
That's where I got
this year.
this ring.
Yeah, and you should come again this year
Yeah,
because we like
gotta-
having
yeah.
you spend money there. But I'll give you a couple tickets.
Okay, good.
Hillsides.org is the organization, foster children, that we raise money for every year. And it's on the 29th of February if anybody wants to join in this year. And it's a Roaring 20s night. And
well, fun.
it's
I'll be
at the
there.
Langham in Pasadena. If you happen to be in the area and you want to come down and contribute to the foster children of Los Angeles. Great organization. But anyway, so what is your question?
Yes, because I'm glad that you broke up
Oh.
with the other guy for now because you will be married and you will have the happiest union. So it's good to get a little space. Yeah, and
I don't want to be married and I don't want a wedding, but maybe it'll happen.
well, you're going to call me and say, Rebecca, you were right.
One
okay?
time she
Yeah.
was talking to Lisa Williams and told her she was going to get married to a man, and Lisa said, "I'm gay, Rebecca."
Yeah.
Well, guess what? She's married to a man now. So.
Yeah, I said to her, you know what I said? Well, I see a big willy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She was getting
Yeah.
mad.
You said a
Well,
big willy? Oh God.
So I just say that it doesn't have to be a huge event, but it's going to be beautiful. You'll see what I'm talking about when it happens. And I also see you being able to travel quite a bit. I see a passport around you. You can go anywhere. You're very lucky when it comes to travel. That will come May, June, July. It'll start your travel cycle. So,
Yay!
yeah, and you will have a lot of adventure in front of you. Don't do what you don't like. Get rid of the people that aren't good in your life and start 2020 with new energy. Wear light pink. That is for love. Although you said you didn't want to be married, but how about love? Light pink, sea salt bath scrubs, a dance class, get that feminine energy out, right?
Yes,
She loves to
feminine.
dance.
I like that feminine energy.
Yeah.
That draws people to you.
Yeah, the
Carol.
light pink and the feminine energy. And
Yes.
you'll find the love of your life. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't waste your time. You'll
Yeah.
know when you meet him. You have a very strong heart and soul connection. So there will be a commitment that you will want to make to this gentleman.
So what's your question?
My question would be, oh God, let me think.
I think she said a lot.
Like, I know, I'm trying to think. I guess what's like, oh shoot.
Okay.
I don't know. Where's
Wait.
I'm a pressing one.
So here
Now my mind. Do I have any dead people around me? That's a good question.
It was a lot about your love life and your past, probably, that you made the right decision to just go forward. But I have to say there's something about Switzerland around you. Please hold on to that. It will mean something eventually you might not find for a little while. And there's a grandmother, a figure around you. Paternal side is very strong on your dad's side. And they're trying to guide you and
Okay.
help you.
I wonder who Robbie is.
Yeah, he's hot. So
I know. Who's Robbie?
he's a hot Robbie.
So I have a surprise, Rebecca. This woman, Ginger, is in my house.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even know it.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing red. I have to tell you, I'm wearing red right now. That's
She's
the first
wearing
thing you were
red.
saying.
Red is for sexy.
Yes.
Sexy.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do
Is she going to come in?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'm coming.
so-
I'm hanging up right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to take a little break and move the chairs around and be right back.
Oh, how fun.
The CBD industry is still pretty much the Wild West when it comes to claims and criticisms. The science is catching up with the industry. We will have clinical science soon enough, and there seems to be an overwhelmingly positive response these days to CBD's efficacy. We've all heard the reports, and luckily our good friends at Social CBD are raising the industry testing standards. They like to say they are test obsessed. Social CBD works closely with their suppliers and multiple third-party labs to ensure you are getting exactly the package that they say you are getting. High-quality CBD with 0.0 THC. And Social CBD wants you to be skeptical. That's why they put a QR and batch code on every package. This allows you to check all the test results for your product, not general testing, the product, the specific batch you bought. And while Social CBD broad spectrum products are available in a range of formulations, each of which is clearly described so you can make an informed decision without all that hype and promises that sound too good to be true. To learn more, go to drdrew.com/socialcbd. That is my website, drdrew.com/SOCIALCBD. For a limited time, you can save 20% at checkout with the code Dr. Drew. Now let's get back to the show. Needles have increasingly become a part of everyday life. Proper disposal is both difficult and expensive. We have the solution. Simpler, safer, affordable, and fulfills the obligation to protect our environment. A single stick with something like this means tracking down the user. It means blood test for the person's stock. It means possibly medication for an extended period of time. Needle sticks are devastating. No more. Incinerate the needle. Needle goes in this port. It's over. Done. Needle gone. We all have loved ones who use needles. Keep their home safe. Medical offices are loaded with sharps. We are using ancient technology to protect our patients, our staff, ourselves. You know what needle sticks do. You know the cost and the devastation psychologically and physically, potentially, from a needle stick. Eliminate that completely. Stop using ancient technology. Sand MIDI. It will solve your problems. Find out more at needledestructiondevice.com. The CBD industry is still pretty much the
This is everybody. This is Ginger Gonzaga. She is a well-known actress in Hollywood.
Good.
She's from the show. Are you still on I'm Dying Up Here?
That one's over, and then I'm just kidding,
so sad.
and I'm on a
So
secret
cute.
show coming out.
Oh,
Has a secret show. Anyway, she's a very popular
that's
actress.
a lot about
Oh,
May.
May. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
About what?
I mentioned May coming in, like travel and all kinds of new
yeah,
stuff. Yay.
Yeah.
Good.
So I like secrets. Can't wait to find out. But anyways, we
And I'm wearing red.
Yes.
This is the first thing she said.
Sad,
and I'm an
I
actor.
saw a very big red. Oh, the creative side.
Yeah,
See?
yeah,
she's an actress.
Yes. Okay. You knew what I was talking
Isn't
about,
that weird
right?
how she can just tell that over the phone? Like she doesn't even know, what's going on. And so anyways, Ginger is so nice to have said yes to coming in today for this, because I did text quite a few of my friends who have been on the show, and they all said no.
They missed out. Right? It was your time. Oh, yeah.
But and I honestly, it's one of those topics that not everybody wants to get into.
Yeah.
Ginger feels like she's clairvoyant herself, a little bit psychic.
I have certain things recently.
Yeah. It makes sense to
Here, put the mic a little more in
sorry,
front of
sorry.
me. There we go.
kind of your creative side and analytical side.
Yeah, very
because
analytical.
you have an analytical, very strong side. It has the blue with a slight bit of lavender. Mm-hmm. So your red is over there, coming over here. Here is the analytical side with a slight purple, which is psychic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you could use it in your creative world, but you could also use it in your practical daily life.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, Ginger's very intellectual. She and Drew actually can hold a conversation.
Yeah,
very
I could
well.
see that from when I was looking. I'm surprised that you have red
also
on.
great.
I was like, wait, first thing out of the gate.
She has good psychological skills too. She's very empathic and a good. She was on Ask Dr. Drew, and her heart really went out to everybody. Kind of triggered her, talking to everybody with all these problems.
I know. I left and I started crying in the car. I was like, Susan.
So I'm just curious. The sound is kind of vacillating on my mic. Is that just our headset, or is that out in the?
That's just your headset.
Okay, good. Might be time.
Well,
to
I have to say one thing too, because it's really bugging me bad to say to you, which
Yeah.
I don't know if it's relevant or not, is music.
Oh yeah.
Do you sing or create music?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're there, and I'm like, ooh, I'm hearing all this music.
Oh yeah.
And this might be a bigger part of your career coming up.
Yeah.
You know, and I encourage you wholeheartedly to put some energy into that.
Yes, thank you.
Makes sense, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the other name that might not be anything to you right now is Sam, but it also could be a female, could be Sammy, Samantha.
Okay.
If you
Not
don't
right
know her
now.
now, you probably
Yeah.
will. If you get asked to create a character with that name, then
Yeah.
pay attention to it.
Okay.
And yeah, it has some meaning to you.
Okay,
but
cool.
in the future.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot about the name Bella. So
Oh, okay. Sam, Bella, and Robbie.
yeah,
so
but I
far.
think your name in another lifetime might have been as Isabella or something like
Oh,
that.
cool.
Yeah, so it was had a sort of a Latin vibe, but it would probably be more Europe,
Yeah.
like Spain.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know. I mean, you look like you have a little something. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think my last name can be Spanish or it can be Italian, but I'm so mixed. It's like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
true.
so close
Yeah.
to that border there.
yeah.
And so you have an exciting year coming up.
Yay!
Yeah, congratulations.
I feel it.
And your future husband recognizes by your eyes.
Oh,
He's
cool.
like, wow, I kind of recognize her.
Oh,
So
cool.
he has a bit of psychic ability too. So that's a good thing.
Yay! Yeah.
So there is a little time delay on our lips not matching the sound on the thing for some reason. Somebody told me it might just be on some people's live stream. But anyways, thank you
alright.
guys. We're going to look at it later. Oh, it's better now. Okay. Because my husband's manager is watching and she's just texted me and I have to tell Caleb this stuff because he can fix it like that, like literally. So I want to take another call here.
Yeah. So many people calling in.
Well, the first people that called were
I like that too.
There's this one woman, Bomber Hurley Smith, wanted to know about the deceased members of the Who, but unfortunately Rebecca doesn't know who. I don't know if you can tap into something like that, but I'm going to say hello to Hurley.
Okay, well,
Hi.
Okay, Hurley.
How are you? How are you? I know you from Twitter.
From Twitter. We followed each other for about 10 years. We know each other.
Yes, we do. We're good friends.
Yes.
You always like what I say and laugh at me,
Yeah.
so that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate
Oh yeah,
it.
you're funny.
I am.
Yeah, well, I work for them. I work for the Who. So this is a good question.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's good.
I will tell you that I know nothing about the Who, so this isn't anything I looked up or just faking it.
Right.
Like, I'm a real psychic
But
and I
maybe-
know. No, I
But
don't.
maybe you can. I don't
know the
know.
Who.
Maybe you can just.
Yeah,
tell
well, let
him
me see. Okay,
Who's a dead person hanging around him? Maybe
Okay.
it's one of the Who.
is it you want somebody who's passed? I mean, I can go there.
Well, there's two of our guys in the band have passed.
Yes.
And there's others living, right? Then, because I felt they weren't all gone.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah. We're on tour right now, coming this year. There's
Oh,
two
great.
guys left, Pete and Roger.
Oh, I'd
Okay.
love to see that.
Now, you don't tell me too much because my first thing was that you're reinventing and that you're going to be touring. So you just told us. So I'm going to validate that's a good thing. But British stuff, maybe it's not London, but it's the British Empire somehow connecting.
Well, yeah, they're from London.
Okay, then connecting to. Is there one of the members that passed that was tall, kind of a tall guy?
Yeah, the bass player, John, he was very tall. He died in 2003, and the drummer, Keith Moon, died in 1978.
Okay, no, it's the drummer, and I wanted to say earlier John or Johnny. I almost said it to you, and I held myself back. So there might have been people that called him
Yep,
Johnny.
John.
John, yeah, he's here. He wants to be involved, and he wants to encourage the tour. He wants to, I think he's a multidimensional bandmate, if you ask me. And he told me to tell you that you're doing a great job and that they should do they want to play how's he saying? It's like one of their older songs, but they're kind of reinventing or something.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Well, we just the first new album in 13 years just came out last month before Christmas.
Okay.
And so I kind of had a specific question.
Okay, go ahead.
And Pete and Roger have both told me that in the last few years they've felt people touch them on stage.
Yeah.
While they're playing, and they look and there's nobody there, and they just have a feeling or an idea that it's Keith and John.
Yeah.
And so I guess my question is, are they happy that they've carried on without them?
Absolutely, because they're still involved.
Oh.
So, especially what I'm getting is they like to touch Roger a lot. Okay, so
no, they do actually. He's the one that gets touched all the time.
Yeah, they told me. I just heard them both now. Now the other one that died in '78 got a good sense of humor, and so they think he
was one of the funniest guys on the planet. Yep.
Yeah, he's a joker, and he just thinks it's so funny when they flinch and and he was very surprised. The younger of the two was surprised when he died. So was that sort of a sudden occurrence or something? I mean, he said,
he was. He was taking pills to help him stop drinking, and he took a few too many of them, and he didn't wake up. Yes. And he was surprised because he was getting better.
Yeah, he was. He was on. He said, I was looking forward to the future, and I don't think he did it on purpose. He might have forgot what he took. That can happen a lot.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it was an accidental overdose, and he was looking.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, creating new music.
What was he taking?
Yeah, Hemineveron. It was the pill you take to. I don't know if it makes you feel drunk or what it does, but he just took a few too many and fell asleep one day in London and never woke up. You know, he was only 31.
Yeah, he's young. He's cute. I saw him, and he still looks young. And but he's still involved with the band, and he actually has been very much communication with John now. So the two of them have some fun with the rest of the bandmates, and that's not their imagination. Tell Roger it's not his imagination. Okay, and
I'll tell him, because he'll be in the middle of a huge stadium, and he'll be on stage with no one around him, and he'll have somebody grab him by the side or the shoulder or something, and it freaks him out. But he thinks it's him anyway, because that's the kind of guy. He was the guy who used to like to throw the televisions out the window and such.
Yeah, he's a character, all right. And then I think it'll be Roger because he's easiest to get to. He must have some psychic ability. Or one of the other bandmates, original, will get a white feather, and it'll be placed in the oddest place. And they're going to try to do that for these guys. And then they like the new material too.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that because a lot of the new songs are based on when they were together originally. It's kind of a looking back at the guys that have died. A lot of the songs have lyrics like that. And that's a good question. Do they enjoy the music? Yeah, the new stuff.
Oh my God, 100%. Actually, Heaven is full of music and loves the creative side of people. And I would say 100%, 100%. They're going to inspire. They're going to help. They're a little mischievous, but it's okay. And
they're very mischievous.
Can I say something funny?
Yeah, go ahead.
And weird?
Rex is sniffing Ginger's boob right now.
Yeah, Rex likes my half boob. The only other person that I've ever... You said that someone used to throw televisions off of whatever. The only person that I've ever known who's done that is a friend of mine, Eric J. Dubowski, who is now a Grammy-winning producer, and he's almost like my ex-brother-in-law, my ex-boyfriend's brother. And when I first met Eric, now almost like 12 years ago, he was supposed to audition for The Who. Or something.
Really?
It was some sort of like, it was something connected with The Who, but that's the only other person that I've ever known that threw a television off of something. And he didn't
mimicking. Yeah, they invented smashing guitars and throwing televisions out the window and all that kind of stuff. They used to really like to poke holes in water beds and
oh my God,
watch them flood the room.
Yeah,
oh my God, my boyfriend had one of those.
But
they were the worst.
The guy that died of the overdose, what was his name now? Was that Keith, you said?
Keith, yeah.
Yes.
Keith, well, they both died of an overdose. Keith was first.
Okay, Keith is assisting, and you know what? This is going to be hard because I'm like, I play the flute, but I'm not a professional musician.
Break it out, Rebecca. Let's go.
Oh, you do?
I can't wait.
You, me, and Lizzo, baby.
You know what? It's not the kind a flute.
Let's call
that's so
Jeff.
big,
I
he can
know.
out,
Listen,
They'll
Dr.
pick
Drew
you
fan.
up.
We're not talking about a penis here.
No.
Okay, but yes.
But this one is, he's telling me about the, it's like the tempo, or I guess, what would it call when you're tracking the beats? The
tempo. Or
Oh, tempo.
And he's trying to tell them that they maybe need to step up the tempo on one of the songs, speed it up a little bit.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, because he likes to be fast
slow.
and furious.
Too slow.
So he is going to encourage them, help them. He loves them, and he said it was the time of his life. And seriously, this was an accident.
It was.
Oh,
Nobody dies on purpose. Unless it's
what was suspected, it's good to validate that.
Yeah.
Right. And then he is talking.
Was there a question whether or not it was suicide?
Yeah, in the press at the time, there was a question: Did he do it on purpose? But it's he had too much going to live for. And he was just getting better.
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
and in those days, we didn't. People didn't know that you shouldn't mix. Maybe he mixed it. Maybe he took too much.
He said he forgot because
you didn't have Dr. Drew in those days.
And it's also common when you're in
scare the crap out of you.
It's not the same as Amy Winehouse, but when you're in a period of detox and then you're taking something else, it can be really jarring to your system. Sometimes it's almost better if you're slowly going off of the alcohol, and then what I mean.
Well, his thing was that he thought he could handle anything, and he would just if he thought 2 made him feel better, he'd take 6.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, that's how addicts think.
Yeah.
They're like.
That's how he thought. Yeah.
Or they forget after they take 3 and go, maybe I didn't take it, and then they take.
Yeah, I forgot it. He insists that it was completely, and he's really adamant this. Me, Rebecca, tell them he knows my name, and he thinks you're hot in the red there. So, and he goes, he said, and he thinks Susan's hot too. So, but you know what the thing is that he is adamant that it was an accident. So I'm going to stick with that.
I had to show the inside of Mike.
My favorite thing that you said is that they're still part of the band.
Oh, they're 100% part of the band. He's insisting to say the name Billy or maybe William or Will. Would you know who that is?
Billy or William? Are they passed?
No, I think they're still living.
Oh, that's the manager of the band, Bill Kerbersley. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Nice.
He was insisting to tell him he's doing a good job, but that he's still involved, making sure.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That's
Well, he
so
nailed
cool.
all
I
that.
wanna see them in
That's
concert.
true. And it's like they do have a sense on stage that they're still there. They've told me that. And even when they're not touching them, I mean, just they can feel their presence on stage. They don't realize they're not there, but they'll be lost in the performance. And that's when he'll come up and grab Roger, and it's just like his personality. Because, like I said, at one time Ringo Starr, when they lived out in L.A., he got one of those airplanes with the Happy Birthday, like the fly across the sky. I can't think of what you call them.
Sure.
But he got one for Ringo, and it said Happy Birthday, Ringo. These planes are expensive.
Right.
And then Ringo thought that was greatest and thought what Keith was so sweet until the next week when Ringo got sent the bill.
Well, you know what?
Hysterical.
He also wanted to talk about them performing in Washington State. So
Washington State. Yeah, they were just there a few months ago, as a matter of fact.
well, he was there with them.
Definitely.
He was there with them. That's kind of interesting you would mention that because there was a tragedy in Cincinnati in 1979 where 13 kids died. It was a stampede.
Oh.
And in Washington State is just like 4 months ago is they agreed to come back to Cincinnati after they haven't been there in 40 years and kind of like not make amends, but come back and just be with the people and give a concert and bury that hatchet. And that decision was made in Washington State. So
Nice.
he would be a part of that. So that makes sense.
Yeah, because he told me to tell Bill that was a good move. That's what I was going to say before.
Really?
Yes, he told me to tell you that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
They
we have
decided right there on the spur of the moment, Pete, Roger, and Bill, that they were going to come back and do it. and they're going to come back in, I think it's April 2020 here.
Oh, great. Well, that's going to be very exciting.
Okay, so we have to take some other calls, but I so appreciate you
Take
calling
care.
in, Bomber, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening.
I know it's been 10 years, and I thought I'll finally call in. I've got something to say finally.
Thank you.
Hey, will you tell those guys that are still there with the band that he loves them very much, and he's a very big part of it. Keith talked more than, I think, Johnny, but Johnny's there too. And, yeah, they
Great.
love him very much. And they told me to tell you thank you. You've been a big help also, so they love you.
And more importantly, if you think
Oh.
Susan and I are hot, he should touch both of us as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that sounds like him too. Yeah, he has several girlfriends. Yeah.
He said, yes, I did, but I'm not going to kiss and tell. So that's a good thing.
Okay, thank you. You have a great
All
night,
right.
and tell a friend.
Yeah.
All right, keep rocking, guys. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Thanks. That was
Bye.
so cool.
Okay, so I'm looking at all these calls. I'm
Right.
trying to figure out, like, oh, sorry, I didn't drop you. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Take care.
Make sure I don't drop the wrong person. Okay, drop call.
Who do we
Okay,
have?
he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
funny. I thought it was a woman all these years.
Oh, how funny.
Well, you know what? Look, and I'm glad I didn't know anything about the guy.
I'm excited. I'm excited we got to talk to him. I wanted, let's see, give him my grandmother. Let's see. Maybe connection to past loved one, passed on. Everybody has a lot of questions.
Is there anybody with the name Tommy on there? You know what? I think I'm going to crossover with somebody.
Okay, I see
So-
Jimmy. I don't see Dom.
Tom, no? Okay.
Let's just pick one randomly. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Calling Out.
Hi, this is Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm here with Rebecca, and we've got a crystal on the table.
Get a
so
Sally night, right?
it's time to have a crystal.
Crystal.
well
we
rubbed
hear a
crystal.
group crystal.
Oh, feel the energy. Oh. Okay. So what's your question?
Oops, my phone.
Well, I'm wondering two questions. So whatever speaks the loudest to you. One,
Well-
I'm wondering if there are.
Somebody here
Any-
for you already.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is somebody here
Yeah.
for you.
Okay, that was the first one,
Mhm.
and then the second was just on my career path. I'm in a kind of a crossroads right now, so wondering what you might see, if
Okay.
any.
Okay, and you know her psychic ability is kicking it big time. Okay?
Wait, I just said I'm in a seat.
I know. I was like, well, let's have some fun with this. What do you feel? Go
I
first.
feel like she's supposed to do what's gnawing at her that is not her current career path, or that seems totally left field. Like when her saying that made me instantly think of a friend of mine who's lovely, who wrote for the Hollywood Reporter, and then all of a sudden he's doing something completely different right now, and that's the first thing that came into my head. And when he did, he told everybody, and everyone was just supportive of it, and that's what her 2 sentences about that made me think of.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're on the right track with me.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, don't do what you don't love, and take that leap of faith no matter what it is, but don't quit your job without having a plan. But again, there's a lot going on with you in March, very strong month. And then by, I think, August is when you've made that leap, if not before. But you shouldn't be afraid. You should just have a little bit of a plan, and you're definitely divinely guided by one of your relatives on the other side. It's a man. He is somebody who loves you, family member, possibly has a great deal of respect for you, and he will help you take that leap of faith into your new position. Are you in any kind of job where you have to be in front of a computer during the day?
Not currently, but I did that for about 10 years.
Oh, okay. Because I kept
And I'm
feeling
doing
like,
something.
yeah,
I'm doing
that you-
something I did 20 years ago.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because he was showing me doing that, but I'm like, I don't know if that's what she wants to do now. And keep this name in mind. It's a common name, but it's the name of Mike or Michael, who possibly will help you in your next position.
Okay. That the person on this side? Or
Yeah,
person
no,
with
he's on
me?
this side.
Sounds
His
like
name's
he's alive.
Michael, yeah. And I'm getting
Okay.
a lot about your
Okay.
dad, a lot about your father.
Yeah, that's
who's passed,
who you're
right?
seeing.
Yes. Yep. It's
Yeah.
your dad. He said, "I'm her father." Just say it, Rebecca. Don't don't question it. And I'm like, "Okay, hi, Pop." And he tells me that this job you have now is really, it's not good for your health, mind, body, and soul. So he's encouraging me wholeheartedly. Yeah, he said it. You don't want to get sick of our job. You don't want to. Life is short, really. So he wants you to, encourages you wholeheartedly to do this.
Great. Thank you.
Can I ask a question too? That from my non-proven psychic abilities that that I'm trying to tap into, I just feel like if there's any like shame or like embarrassment, about like a change, I feel like that, like, it's natural, but also like, fucking who cares? You know what I mean?
But your dad keeps picking up. He's constantly talking about the medical field. So.
Oh my God. I was looking into that as a total whim. Total whim.
Maybe that's what Ginger sees.
So that he said, look at, why not?
Whim.
Why not? There's a lot of different options in the health field and the medical field. And it's not something that you have to be afraid of. Like you said, Ginger.
Yeah, and just the change. I'm just saying, I feel like the change would feel like, oh, am I embarrassed at, I don't know what age you are, or to do something completely different, or it's a different, just a fear of judgment of other people's opinions, because at the end of the day, like, people, even those who would be judgmental, they care for like a second because they're not worthy of making a change in their life. That's what that comes from with just people in general. That's just
having
psychology.
Self-confidence. To do that.
Yeah.
And I also am seeing around you. I want to. Oh, did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a little.
We got. I am known for the paranormal and the telecommunications. We got a little blurb in there, right? It's but the name around you is very strong. James, for one, and then also a woman named Mary. She may be on the other side. Does this mean anything to you at all?
Okay. Not off the top of my head, but.
Oh, did you hear that?
James is one of my cousins, and he's in the medical field. He stopped his career, and in his 50s went to medical school out of
Good
the country.
for him.
That's it.
So,
and you know what? I don't know if you have. I don't know if you have a gentleman behind you.
Look at Ginger. She's like, oh my God. Let's take a picture of her doing that. That's pretty funny.
Okay, that's who it is. But we also heard a man say like yes or something over the telephone. So I don't know. Who's in your office.
When you got quiet, you're like,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got some
wait, everybody quiet. Let's see if you can talk.
Yeah, it is wild.
And I'm in the room locked up alone right now too. So that's
oh my
weird.
God. We heard it, and maybe our listeners are hearing it too.
Yeah, Rebecca gets ghosts on her phone all the time.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later. Thank you so much for calling in. I hope that helped. And we're going to keep moving because we have a 30.
Thank you, ladies.
going.
That was awesome. Thank you.
God bless you.
Good luck. I like that one.
Okay.
That was fun.
Thank you. I'm pretty. I'm good at tech stuff, but for some reason I am really horrible at this. So let me. It takes a while. I don't know why. I've always had
the water down there.
Yeah, it's down on your left on the floor. So okay, so this is a little something
I'm
different.
bad with my left and right. So.
No, it's not there right now.
Oh,
I can get you a water.
Oh, where'd it go?
Hi.
Who's this?
My name is Mari,
Hi.
Mari.
Okay.
And I have a dilemma. I had guests over for New Year's Eve, and after they left, important documents of mine went missing, and I don't know if they took it or did I, like, by mistake, threw it out, and I feel terrible because I feel torn between. Hello?
Yes, we're here. We can hear you.
But is your name?
I'm sorry, I got scared.
Is your name
so
Mary?
I was torn.
Mari?
Did they take it?
Martinez.
Yes, Mari, like Mary, but Mari.
Oh.
There's a Mary.
Mary, you know what? If you're still listening, our last caller, the James was definitely what I did on, but I go ahead of my game.
Yeah.
So this, I was already getting your name.
Yeah, I heard
who
you
is
say
coming
Mary.
on next.
Yeah. Okay, good.
That happened.
Okay. So, can I go right into it? Because I'm getting a hit and I want you to help
Do it.
too.
Okay, sure. I don't know.
Go.
Okay. So I'm feeling that, that you might have put it in a drawer, and it got under something, or I don't know necessarily if it was taken intentionally or may have gotten thrown out. But can you check in, it's like a dresser drawer. Have you looked everywhere for that paperwork?
Yeah, I would do what you said, but I did. I teared my house apart, and it was I felt so taken back because I felt the trust that I gave them, and I'm not sure. And it made me sad that I allowed people in my house and they might have taken. What happened was I had all my IDs in a green
envelope or something?
recycle bag because I was going to do my taxes.
You know, you should have it all digitized. And then...
Maybe that's why I thought also that it was thrown out because it was in a. I thought that there was something about a drawer though. So whoever has this is in a drawer, most likely in their
maybe
residence.
Somebody saw it and they maybe, or they saw it and put it in a drawer because it was sitting out and they didn't.
Yeah, or they thought maybe it was trashed and was trying to clean up. I don't know. I think this is it. Put the alerts out that somebody had done that.
Right. Yeah. Good.
And then
call Social Security, and that one's the most important. And then you can get another birth certificate, and then also digitize these things and put them somewhere safe, so that if it happens again, you have it, And
I would say that there's maybe more anxiety just because the documents are so important.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was just sentimental because it was my original birth certificate, and it was like, wow, that just the invasion of having someone in my house. So, like you said, I might have by accidentally thrown it out, or I was torn. Like, did I allow this to happen to myself? Did I bring this? Was this my fault by allowing people in my home?
I don't think so. But again, it's a lesson learned. But you know what? Somebody stole my original birth certificate too, and I'm still upset about it.
Rebecca, you need to come over here. I'm missing all my portfolio and all my K-Rock stuff and all my tapes from when I was a model in the beginning, and we cleaned. What the hell was that?
Yeah. Do you know anybody with the name Upa? Upa? What does Upa mean? Do you know?
Upa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or something like that.
It sounds a little like something else, but I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe it could have Lupa. Maybe it's Lupa. I heard a man coming through the microphone also.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we all heard that. Yeah.
So we've got some paranormal activity here, but yeah, it might be Lupa or Lopina. I don't know, but I keep hearing that, and we heard something like that come through the phone. But don't stop inviting people over. Just lock up what you don't want somebody to touch, And
go get new paperwork.
Yeah.
Let them know so that make sure nobody steals your information. You gotta now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm missing stuff too.
I wanted to tell Ginger.
I
wanted to tell Ginger congratulations on the TV show she was with Jim Carrey. Kidding, she was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to tell her that.
Oh, thanks. It's so nice to know someone saw it.
I did.
Yeah, thanks.
I watched every episode. Thank you for saying that.
And if it's not too much to ask, I just recently been divorced now for almost a year and a half. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's too late for me to find love, or can they? You think there might be somebody still out there for me?
Girl.
Let me give you a little. Tinder. Let me give you a little formula for love, right?
I'm not the Tinder type. I'm too shy.
Okay, let me give you. This always works. So don't do it unless you really want to find somebody. Get yourself some light pink outerwear. Okay, light pink is the color of love, and it does attract the opposite sex.
I was wearing pink when I met Drew.
And I was wearing pink when I realized that Sherman liked me. Long story, okay? But and then you
still here.
Yeah, shake it up and take a dance class. Open the feminine energy. You could do anything from the rumba to pole dancing. That works too, pole dancing.
Yeah, I love dance class.
Yeah, and then get yourself a rose quartz. It doesn't have to be expensive. Rinse it off with sea salt water and then dry it off and put it by your bedside. And then also, last but least, take some sea salt baths. So you do sea salt bath, light pink, dance class, rose quartz, put a love poetry where you eat. It doesn't have to be in your kitchen. And I tell you, it works, and you will be calling back Susan's show. And Mary,
okay.
Mary, I'll call Mari, Mary, listen, you will find love. Just be sure that you don't repeat a pattern. So you want somebody who's healthy emotionally.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't repeat
Check
bad
your picker.
patterns, girl.
Check your picker.
Check your picker. And Ginger, what advice do you have about love and restarting?
I would just say for anybody, it's never over. Oh my goodness.
No.
Everyone has so much value, and being divorced doesn't make you it doesn't make you chopped liver or damaged goods by any means. It means you're free, girl.
And you know
it means you're free and you're at your next level. So now you get the next level person.
Who's elevated. Exciting. And by the way, your guides say you got nice legs, and your man will tell you what nice legs you have. Even if you don't think you do, you do.
Oh my God, you just gave me chills because I'm in a maxi dress and my legs are crossed and exposed. So you just gave me chills with that.
I saw that.
She's looking up your skirt, Mari.
I saw it. I like her.
Oh my
God. So you know what?
I'm like, just got chills with that one.
Oh, that's great. Okay, well, we're going to let you go on that one because Rebecca can do an hour on everybody.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Ginger.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in to calling out.
Thank you, Susan.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, wrong one.
Bye.
Almost dropped
Bye.
the wrong person. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Deleted someone.
No, I almost did. I didn't, though. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk to a male.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say it's a man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
How'd you know? It's a male. Hello, Jimmy.
Oh, another Jimmy.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Calling Out with Susan Pinsky.
Going good. How are you, ladies?
We're good.
We're
so,
good.
Rebecca,
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question. Well, starting a new business, we just found out today that we got a relationship / partnership to have a storefront, and very excited about it, but also very nervous because it's New York City, and I would say I'm like 95% like over the moon about it, but the other like 5%, I'm just wondering if my guides or any of my family members on the other side or have anything to say about it, or if they have advice.
100%. Yes. Okay, the storefront is in a good location. You have to be extra careful with the security when you have a storefront. And the other thing is the lease agreement, so they don't constantly raise the rent on you. So you have to be very smart about, the lease agreement. And you will have a lot of foot traffic, which is exciting for your product. And there is a Jeff that I see you talking to. So have you met the Jeff or Jeffrey yet?
No.
Okay, that could be somebody.
There's a couple of guys involved, but they're not Jeff.
There might be a Jeff or a Jeffrey. I'm going to keep that name there, and that when you meet this person, be very wise about whatever your dealings are. But really, it's all about the words in law. So make sure that you're very clear on the wording on that lease agreement.
Okay, great.
And I'm feeling excited about it. I think if it's conducive to your financial situation, and you have it where, like I said, you won't be surprised by some big, leap in rent. I'm very excited about what you're doing. You know what? Go ahead, Ginger. What do you feel?
I was going to say, are you selling something online also?
We are. Yep.
And so this is like the storefront.
We started online. We started online, and this is a really incredible opportunity. They came to us, and they're going to try it. We're going to try it with this particular location, and they have 2 more. And so if it goes well, where this is, but you're very right though about the location is phenomenal.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, guess who it is, Rebecca? Yeah. It's Uncle Jimmy.
Who's that?
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember Uncle Jimmy? He brought you crystals.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jimmy.
Are they the crystals, Jimmy? Are you selling crystals in a storefront?
We are, and it's right. And it's right. We're doing our custom crystal apothecary. We're putting it in one of the most recognized and one of the they've been around for forever. They're like the authority on crystals and minerals, and they have a beautiful showroom, and they're directly across from the right on 79th in Columbus, right across from the Natural Museum of History Museum. So,
oh my God, are you kidding me? This is amazing. By the way, and this is not a psychic thing, but people who go to the Natural History Museum in the gift shop, that's the type of stuff you buy. So it's not, they're just walking around and you would get it at your shop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
And they're opening, they just broke ground on a $400 million annex that's all crystals and all minerals, and it's literally 50 feet from the front door. So.
But Jimmy, I have to tell
you
you
something.
something.
Sponsor my show, Jimmy.
Yeah. Can I have some crystals?
We need a sponsor.
Jimmy, you got to know that opals are becoming very, very, not just because of the movie Uncut, but they're becoming very popular. And one of my clients actually mines them out of Australia. So think about the opals, because they are becoming more popular, and they have some of the most beautiful opals that you've ever seen.
Did you see that movie, Uncut Gems?
So good.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Pure anxiety.
Oh my God. I thought it was better than the Joker. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But Jimmy, your family members are talking about food constantly. So I don't know if you ever want to
He was the chef at my Thanksgiving dinner.
Really?
He's an amazing chef. And he also has it. If anybody needs a chef in New York, give me a jingle and I'll set you up.
But Jimmy, I gotta cut you off for a second.
Okay.
I got to cut you off for a second. I have to, because this person is behind me bugging me so bad.
Okay.
Joe, like, remember you mentioned it,
yes,
Joe?
Yeah.
You have anybody around you from the other side named Joe? Joe?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Susan, carry on.
I do.
Let Susan continue, and then I will tell Jojo that we'll talk to him in a minute.
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
No.
And I'm sorry. He was a very aggressive. So anyway, he thinks it's Jimmy. It's a magnificent idea. He's completely wholeheartedly for it. But he said maybe you want to put like some kind of food venue in one of the shops. You know, do something with crystals and also food.
Look, that's his idea. He got crystals and just made cookies.
Oh yeah.
But no, wait, no. Here's the crazy thing, and you never would have known this otherwise, but part of this storefront expands right onto Columbus, and the guy that owns this shop showed it to us and said, I have an option on this, and it used to be a cafe, and half of it he wants to keep as showroom, and he said, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great if we did like a cafe over here for like coffee, and I have a bread pudding company. So
bread pudding company.
His bread pudding is amazing.
Can I invest in you?
I know. He's an amazing cookie. Ileana said it was the best Thanksgiving she ever had. But thank you. I got to get to these other callers. Jimmy, I love you. And
love you guys.
And I want to also mention that Thomas John does have residency at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. And Jimmy is one of his managers.
Wow. And
I met him through the Calling Out, actually.
Oh, yeah. So Joe wants to say he loves you.
Who's Joe?
And he wants to be part of this.
Yeah, who's Joe?
All right.
Who's Joe, Jimmy?
He will be. Thank you, guys.
Jimmy. Who's Joe?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Joe is an ex.
Oh.
He's an ex-boyfriend.
All right. Well, we won't elaborate, but he thinks the food and crystals is
sorry, passed. I'm sorry.
A great idea.
But okay.
Anyway. But I'm glad he's around. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God, that was a good one.
Jimmy's cool. He's a good guy. I'm surprised he called, and he loves Rebecca, and he's very picky about his psychics.
Yeah, and he came to the show, so it was
Thomas
really fun.
John has been on my podcast, and he has a residency in Las Vegas. So he's a good guy to know.
I heard, actually. Yeah.
Remember you said that you were going to do Vegas for a while?
Yeah.
I think he ended up with that eventually, because they did some psychic medium shows over there, and then he ended up with a residency.
Well, because my people kind of didn't push for that, and they, whatever. You know what? I'm happy with what I'm doing. I have something top secret coming out in February that I did that'll be very popular.
I know. I'm so excited. Well, it's top secret, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
She tells me everything.
So we're working on some really fun shows and things.
Know,
cool. So it's all good.
Yeah, she gets around. She's everywhere.
And you do too, especially starting in May.
May. Yes, all of it, please.
Let's see. Some of these, I can't understand some of these questions.
You are pretty psychic, really. Kind of fun.
Thanks.
And your music, you have to let us know what you're doing with your music.
Yes, I've been procrastinating. Is what I've been doing, but I did write some music into a film.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting. I think you'll go more into it.
Yeah, thank you. I need to.
Okay, I'm going to talk to. I think this is her. Let me double check, because sometimes when you click the bottom, you end up with the person on the top. So, this is Shannon. Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
She's from Illinois. How's the weather in Illinois?
It is actually snowing right now and like slushy wet snow.
Rain booty stuff. Okay. All right. So.
Okay. Well, my grandmother was born in Joliet, Illinois. So the slight connection there.
Okay.
And I've been there a couple times. But for you, I'm feeling I'm feeling some confusion around you. And you're kind of a complicated person.
I am.
Yeah, I know. I'm having a hard time here, guys, and I don't usually have a hard time. So it'll take us just a minute. Now, you're at your house at this moment, right? You're at home?
No, actually, I'm at work.
Yeah, see, I knew it's
going
to be confusing.
Sorry?
I said, do you teach?
No, I don't. I actually work at the airport.
Oh, an airport.
In
See?
St. Louis.
Oh, that's
Again,
what
I'm not
it
a
is.
psychic, so I was just asking.
No, it's not. You're in a place where there's multiple people and a lot of action. So I thought you were at your home. It would be much easier. But let's try to now focus because she's definitely at an airport.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And
so you're picking up on the people
we're having a
around
hard time here, but we'll get it right. Okay.
Well, ask the question like, who do you want to connect?
Yeah,
with?
because I'm picking up a multiple people, especially somebody named Ray.
Yeah.
I don't know who Ray is.
Who's Ray? Do you know Ray?
By.
Ray just walked past.
No, she's going to say no. I know.
Yeah, this is going to be. She put it out there, Shannon. She gave out her disclaimer, and she's definitely going to. She feels that it's going to be hard to tap in because of where you are. But
yeah.
So maybe
ask a question.
Yeah, ask a question. Give us a name, and we'll see if we can connect.
My father. I guess wanted to know if he is able to see me and. I'm sorry.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
That's a yes.
Yes. But he goes to your house a lot. That's why I think I wanted to go to your house. And he likes to come in the breakfast area, which is kind of common in people's houses by the kitchen. And you have his pictures up because he wants his young-looking pictures up. He does.
I do have his younger ones. I have a couple of his older ones, but I have some of the younger ones. So.
Yeah, he loves it. So keep those up.
I lost all my.
And I guess.
No, I have to tell you.
I'm conflicted because I want to make sure that I'm doing what he wanted me to do.
Yes, he's insisting now that we got him, Ginger, so tap into your dad. Okay. But he's insisting that you have a safe car and that he was hoping that was the case. He's very, very protective and says, don't, your car, if it needs service, don't, get a safe vehicle. You do live in an area where the weather is kind of, scary sometimes, for us at least. And he also said you are 100% doing what he wanted.
Okay, because I'm kind of having arguments with my sisters about a lot of stuff. So
I had a thought too that's random. Again, not a psychic. Just try it. Okay. I feel like he's getting more woke as the years go on, and I feel like there's less of a need for you to do what he wanted you to do, which he might not have known anyways. I just feel like it's like it's almost like follow your path type thing. And even if like he was alive and he thought, oh, you got to be a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, like, I imagine these, our ancestors or people that are gone can see what's going on in the world and evolve a little bit with us. And in like a charming way, I almost feel like that's happening. Like, when people like first start getting a little bit woke and you're like, oh, bless you. You're
Yeah. So I get what you're talking about. He's more elevated. But he has another thing to say. Oh, God, I lost it. What was it? Oh, yeah. He's very concerned that you all watch your heart chakra now. You're all having a heart attack, okay? But he was kind of concerned about that. So does that run in your family, something, even if he didn't have that? Is that anywhere in your family that people would have heart issues?
My father had heart issues.
Oh, okay, that's right. And he says, look at, you know what, he's more concerned about the heart issues and safe vehicles than what you've asked about. Did you say you had a sister named Mariska or Mariska?
No, Melissa.
Oh, okay, so I didn't hear it right. I thought you said that. Okay, so he says...
did she say her sister's name?
I didn't hear her say his
You never said your
I
sister's
didn't hear
name,
her
did
say
you?
No,
that either.
I heard it.
Well,
So, it's Melissa. Okay, I was close.
Melissa. Sounds
I'm
good.
like, wait a second.
I have
Okay, so...
I have two sisters, Melissa and Amanda.
No, it wasn't Amanda. It was Melissa. I heard it a little differently, but your father said that she...
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I know that she isn't quite seen eye to eye with you. So is one more of the leader in sort of the complicated issues that you're dealing with your father's estate?
My sister Amanda is actually.
Okay, so Melissa is trying to not take sides, maybe.
Oh, she's in an airport.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was hoping that was his.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
you know what? Yeah. We just heard a loudspeaker, so that was your
It's
work,
an airport
right?
spirit.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, that's good. That wasn't from the other side. You know what it is? You have to just sit and really know that you're doing... I think you're doing the right thing. I mean, you can always change your mind, but he's concerned that this is wearing and tearing on your health, and he wants to make sure that everybody takes good care of their health. Because he said this will, you know what, this is going to work out. It'll be okay. But he also is talking about another house or property, or are you dealing with another person's property?
I'm dealing with my house and his house as well.
Oh,
yeah. I've been through 4 deaths in the last 4 years, and I've dealt with 2 estates over I had my parents' estate, and I had to like clean out a hardware store and sell a house, and I did it in like 6 months, and I was like on my game because I had no help from my brother. It was the best thing in the world, okay? Because he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I did all myself, and I did fast.
Yeah, you did. I remember all the little things you had to count.
We had to do inventory, and then I had to give it all to charity. But anyways, when my husband's family finally, everybody, his mother passed, his sister was the executor, and it took like 2 years because she just took forever, and it was so stressful, and for my husband, because he's like, he and I are like, get it done. But I just told him, let her do it at her own pace, let her get it done. We're gonna be cool about it. Like just try to stay friends with her, because this is gonna break up our relationship. We're gonna own properties together. We're gonna sell property. We want to get the money, but just she's still mourning, and it's really, really hard to get it done fast if you're mourning. And I was a long distance situation, and I had to do it fast because I couldn't wait to get it over with. But just whoever's the executor, give them space, give them the right to be do their job, tell them to pay themselves or whatever, and be supportive as long as you can without getting in big fights, because it just ruins everything. And your spirits are going to tell you, it's fine, just whatever, just they're gone, and it's just a lot of work, and I'm sorry you have to go through this, but it's the hardest job in the world too.
And I heard Mom come through, so we didn't mention your mother at all, but I guess we're supposed to talk about your mom for a moment.
Yeah, my mom passed away in 2004.
Yeah, she's here because I clearly heard Mom on there with all the other stuff. So I wanted you to know that your mother is definitely helping you, trying to guide all of you girls to have a peaceful resolution, and she talked about the house that you're living in right now, that there was something with the bathroom that needed to be renovated. Did you do it?
I have not done it yet.
Yeah. So she says before you renovate, you want to make sure that you do know what your agenda is, but she said that it does have to be taken care of.
Mom is nagging.
Sorry.
We're going to do it.
That's our job.
Give us a second.
And she said,
and I just nagged you too. I told you not to bitch with your sister. Okay, so just you guys need to all sit down and praise each other and get the job done and be supportive. Go, listen, if you want me to help, let me know what I can do. Yeah. And try to keep the peace, because there's so much paperwork and there's so many things that you have to go through.
Right. And one more, her mom's telling me, and the kitchen could use some work too. Okay, so she doesn't want the house to go to pot, and then it's not worth the value. So maybe you guys got to talk about that. If you want to sell it, or whether you want to renovate it.
Do your sisters take after your mom?
I look a lot like my mom, but I take after my dad more.
Okay, but do your sisters take after your mom? Same personality?
Oh, no, actually my dad's personality. Totally have my dad's personality, but I just look like my mom.
No, I mean your sisters. Do they take after your mom or your dad?
Oh, yes, totally.
Do they cook? Your mom likes a nice
Completely.
kitchen.
Well, if you have more testosterone than they do, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get over whatever fights you get in. But be supportive and help, and don't stress about all the little stuff.
Yeah.
Something doesn't get done. You guys have a life to live, and you're going to be together for the rest of your lives, and you have to be supportive. Yeah.
But I'm like the tire psychic, like your ex and his plane tires. So do not teach yourself on getting new tires when you need them. Okay, your dad is insisting that. Yeah. He's insisting.
I actually just got the new tires.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Mm-hmm.
Pay attention, Dad.
So he does.
Okay, we're going to go to the next person. We've got like 30 people waiting here, so I'm going to keep moving. But thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, he watches over for sure.
He loves you, and he talked about a man named Ron or Ronnie. Keep your eyes out for that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye, Shannon. Thank you.
I had to get that in.
Bye.
Okay.
Ronnie.
Thank you.
Got that new tires.
Cut to our next caller being named Ronnie.
That'll be $200.
That'll be.
Okay, well, next we have John. Hey, John.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Thanks for taking my call. You all look beautiful. I'm loving the show.
Oh, good.
I'm so happy I got
See, we have to have the guys on.
Yeah.
I get some supply.
Yeah, we got to get some testosterone on here. The only one we have here is, we've got the handsome, Caleb. Devilish Caleb over there and his beautiful bride. Okay, so.
That's Taylor.
Taylor, good.
Taylor Nation.
And we got Buddha over here. We had him on the table with us for a little while.
Yeah,
so John,
you all look gorgeous. I'm loving the humor and the wise advice.
Okay, so why don't we just see if she can tap
John,
into your spirit?
John, are you single? Wait, no, I'm kidding. John, tell me more about
Well, I'm gay, so unfortunately.
The best ones are always gay.
That's why we love him.
Please send the man my way.
Well, you and I can be best friends, so
yeah.
Yeah, I would love that, Susan. We've actually met, so I do know you briefly.
Oh, yeah? Where did we meet?
We met through Colby Rebel.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Cool.
Wow.
All right, well, we're going to let you just tap in and see where you can go, and then...
Yes. Okay, John, what would you like? Because we're all here to help you. What question do you have?
Well, I appreciate that. My mother just passed right before Christmas.
Yeah, I wanted to get cut to the chase. We'll go to love in a minute. Your mother, oh my God, she was she was strong, but
my phone's talking.
Oh yeah, by itself.
I don't know why I did that. But.
Leave it. Don't erase it. We'll look
no,
later.
It's just what you're saying. It's recording.
Okay, so your mother is definitely. She's a strong lady, but she had a very sweet side too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling her strength though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's talking about her, you know, I mean, she's very talkative, actually. I've had to tell her to kind of slow down. Don't worry, we've got your John here. She told me to tell you that it's important for you to make sure, and this is going to sound silly, but she doesn't know if where you sleep or your pillow or something about your neck and back, that you have the right support. Sounds weird, but on your bed. So have you been...
You're 100% correct. I've been trying to find the right pillow. So that just is an amazing validation for me. Wow.
Yeah. And
Can I give a suggestion?
Yeah, I just ordered one, and I've been...
What'd you get?
So that means she's watching over me while I'm sleeping, huh?
Yeah.
'Cause I've been feeling sort of like a cool presence come near my bed. So, and I had hoped that was her.
Yes, it was her. And Ginger, what can you suggest?
Oh, I was just going to suggest a great pillow. UGG. Like who makes the boots. They make these weird pillows that are like Drew's home. I don't know, but if you ever want to try a pillow, try the UGG pillows. I love them. Yeah.
Yes, her mom said that was a good
But
suggestion.
you are so right on. I mean, that's something that, it's not something someone would just immediately come out and say. But I love that you got a very clear connection to her.
Or your tires, okay? and so also she wanted to tell you that she understands that, you know, you're sad and she feels that, but she says she's going to give you a lot of signs, John. So be open. Don't question them. You don't have to look for them, but the cool breeze is your mother. She said it was me, and that she doesn't want to invade your privacy, but
she doesn't come around like, you know, all the time.
No, but she said, I like to see what you're up to, you know.
How is she doing, Rebecca, on the other side? Because she was a very Christian woman, so, and I'm very much, you know, spiritual and believe in, you know, I work a lot with readers, and so I know a lot about what goes on the other side, but I'm just curious from her perspective what you get.
No, she says it is, she said that she has a nice conversation with Jesus, and she was happy to see, like she said, to see all her old friends. So these are people maybe she remembered from the other side, not just old friends that passed, but also old friends that she might have then recognized from the other side. Her faith was without, it was blind faith a lot. She said things did happen, and there were certain, you know, episodes in her life that made her strength in her faith. And no, she's good. She's in this beautiful garden, and she keeps giving me sunflowers. So don't be surprised if you see something with sunflowers.
And I keep getting the sentence, I don't know if it's she was the first one or you were the first one or whatever the heck that means. But I have a cold chill, and I just kept hearing the first
one. I don't know. Are you her firstborn? Because I thought you had a sister.
I do have a sister. In fact, she's a little bit older than me, and she was the one who was, you know, she's the executor and taking care of everything and all the arrangements. And
the firstborn, that's what you're getting.
Superwoman.
Yeah, because we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah, she would have been the firstborn. You're right.
And it's not because you weren't capable, but your mom, you know, she just, I don't know, she thought that she could handle the job.
Oh, yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, she said my
I
daughter's...
wasn't actually living in Ohio, so I went back and visited her right before her passing. So I was there while she was in hospice.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, you're right on, Ginger. If you her firstborn or first one, that's definitely my sister.
And yeah, because a little bit ago I heard sister, but I didn't think about you know, who was born first or second. So it really, thank you. We're a good team here, Ginger.
I was experimenting. Dr. Drew, I'm psychic. We found out today.
Yes.
He just poked his head in. If you want to, we let the dogs bark during my show because I don't really care. Thank you so much for calling in, John. I really appreciate it.
Take care. I can't wait for you to get your pillow that your mom wants.
Yes.
Whichever one helps you the most.
I know. I need one too. I'm going to try that because I hate my pillows.
Well,
my neck is always tweaked.
I just wanted to ask really quickly, though, does she have any career direction for me? Does she have insight as to what I should be doing? She always wanted me to be a singer, but I've been doing various different things. I'm just curious.
Oh my God.
Really
I was going to say voice. Use your voice. It wasn't singer, but use your voice.
You can't tell us. You got to let her talk.
Yeah.
Don't talking over your mom now.
Yeah,
okay.
I heard tell him to use his voice.
Okay.
He has some writing ability, so maybe, you know, and Ginger here. Ginger's a musician and a singer. So Ginger, what's your psych?
Oh, I don't know. It's almost like I need to hear him talk again. I don't know. But yeah.
All right. Well, we'll think about it. But thanks for calling in. We have a lot of. I have a
thing.
couple of. I want to read a question on the line. And
My
then I
only
wanna
thing
take
would
another
be
one.
have no doubts.
Okay, one more thing from his mom because she wants to talk. She says, don't try to do it with a guitar, like guitar and sing. It's too difficult. She says more on maybe keyboards. Yes, and she says that'll be easier for your ear. Yes, that's what your mom's like this.
Okay. All right. Thank you, John, and call back again.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
Take care.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care.
Get
Bye
that
bye.
pillow.
Get the pillow.
So I had this
specific
question.
is that?
There's a guy on Facebook that said, "How do 4 siblings get through losing both parents within a 3-week period?"
Oh, I've had
We
that.
are devastated. My father was ill, but my mother died very unexpectedly 3 weeks later. They would have been married 60 years next May. Oh, God. She never drank or smoked and had so much she still wanted to do. Now probate. Ugh, our family is very close, and I talked or saw our folks every day. Lost. Not sure I can call. I may just cry.
Okay, look I've heard this scenario. Your parents were tied by a silver cord, and it was a very tight one, past lives most likely together for many centuries, if you believe that. So I've heard this many, many times that when one goes, the other one will go and follow them
like
very
always
quickly.
like 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yes.
I actually think it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Even
and
though it's
so-
sad for the kids.
Yeah, and but your mom and dad are not going to. They're not abandoning you. They're going to be able to help and communicate on a higher level, and they'll give you lots of signs. Your mom, I don't know where you're located, but she likes to send little hummingbirds or birds of some type. So you will be able to see that. They'll try to both come in a dream, and they know you guys are tight, and they want you to continue traditions. But yes, you can. Maybe one time you'll take a family trip or do something, shake it up a little bit. But yeah, it's a very common thing to happen, actually. I hear it all the time.
My grandma and my mom died a week apart.
Yeah.
I had to put on 2 funerals in a month. I was a wreck.
Yeah.
And both of my, I was then the matriarch of the family, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, these kids are adult orphans.
Yeah.
So it is, you're out without your parents that you had for many, many years.
Right.
But I thought they were
Like my dad lived in 92. He was like, so did my grandma, but my mom died young. But she's back. She talks to me all the time. So you can connect. Call Rebecca.
Yeah, call me.
Go to RebeccaFearing.com and get her phone number, and she'll you can get a reading with her. And she'll help you through it. Plus, it's not easy losing your parents. It's so much work, and it's so much trauma.
And this mom's talking about the recipes. Make sure you save them and get them. She's talking a lot about.
How do you know? Like, it's Chris, okay? That you're talking to Chris's mom, right?
I'm not sure. I'm hearing the man that asked.
That's whoever. That's just who's popping into your head. Well, that could. Yeah. I mean,
it's his mom who just said that he lost both his parents. It's definitely.
He doesn't want to call though. He doesn't.
It's okay. Cry. Just get the recipes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Also, I feel so weird that. Anyways,
go ahead. What do you have?
My weird thing that I just wanted to say is that I forgot that you read that online as a question because I heard a guy. My memory of it is a guy telling his dad.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you.
So weird.
What? Telling his dad?
No, my memory of us starting this conversation is not you. I remember now is not you reading it off the internet because now I remember you said I'm too sad to call in.
Right.
I'm remembering it as a guy telling us this.
Yeah, you probably heard him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's clairsensitive.
Oh my God.
Well, clairaudient.
Yeah. And the other thing I would say
to cry too, Chris. If it's sad and you're allowed to cry, it's good. Tears are very they're cleansing. So it's.
And I would just say, even though it said that his mom had all of these things that she wanted to do, she'd rather be with the dad.
Yeah, it's just they were
with her
or maybe he was taking care of her and then nobody was there to do it and it just happened. That happens too. Or usually, I don't know.
I don't know. These guys took pretty good care of her, but it happens all the time. It's just something that happens.
And how nice that there's 4 siblings.
Yeah, and they get along.
Yeah, it's a good team.
Oh, Chris is a girl. Okay, never mind. It's a woman.
Oh, I remember it in my brain as a dude.
I'm sorry, just
recalling that.
I thought it was a guy too.
Yeah.
Oh. Isn't that funny?
Okay, Chris, sorry, we thought you were a male.
Do you have a Kathy in your family? Ask her.
Is Joshua causing trouble? Joshua. Where's Joshua? Somebody's saying goodbye to Joshua. Throw another tantrum, Joshua. Who is that?
Oh my goodness.
I want to know who it is.
Just trolls.
Trolls.
I love trolls.
Listen, trolls. That is so weird. I remember that as a dude.
I thought it was too.
Reading, like,
My
having
bad.
called in. I still thought he was on the line.
Maybe it's his dad. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you know what? It's still, it's still accurate information.
It's
male or
okay.
female. Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, that's maybe why the recipes.
Oh,
Okay, here's one, Kelly. She's going to talk to us, and we'll know if she's a male or a female.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I went.
Who was that? No, somebody said, hey, and whispered.
Kelly?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
You're on the
I'm
line.
great. How are you guys?
We're good.
We're good?
I'm so excited. I wanted to know just 3 things. Can you tell me, is my dad there? He's a real strong soul
Wait, don't say
person.
anything. Don't say
Yeah,
anything.
don't say it.
Let him. She needs to describe him, otherwise it's just gonna.
Yeah.
Because she could just go all Sylvia, whatever her name was, and just say yeah. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was her
absolutely.
name?
Sylvia Brown.
Brown. She
Should we go, yes, yes,
is my dad here? Yes.
Yeah.
We want a message, we want a connection, we want to prove that she's good at what she does, like the pillow thing. That was really amazing.
Yeah. And Ginger's not bad herself. She's helping me along here.
No,
I've got
Ginger's
my new
killing it.
mentor.
Ginger's killing it. I like when the lights go on in Ginger's head.
Okay, but Kelly wants to talk to 3 people.
Yeah, and my other question is I feel like I reconnected with the love of my life, and I just kind of want to know if you guys see that we're together forever.
Well, what about the missing person?
Oh, there's a guy from Nebraska named Chance Engelbert, and he's missing, and he is just disappeared. He's a young guy with a brand new baby, and I just wondered if you guys have any kind of insight on that.
Yeah, maybe I just found a missing person.
That man.
Okay, let me go to your father first because he is definitely here with us. Absolutely. You will smell, this is clairaudient, is when you smell somebody's scent, their cologne, maybe he was a smoker, he will give you signs that way. He also is not only a strong personality, he looks young, so he has a nice, strong physique. So he doesn't look old at all. He also talked about, you have children, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and he says he wants to make sure everybody is good swimmers. So how's that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's the lakes or, because you're not really by an ocean. But he also wanted to say, let's go to your love of your life. Hey, you want to help on this one, Ginger?
I don't know. I fear that I might end up projecting.
Okay.
When I hear that people are going back to someone, I go, oh no, are they... psychologically, that could be someone repeating an abuse cycle. You know what I mean? They could be going back into something and it feels good for the first 3 months and then it's bad again. And that's why you hear like certain people go to certain people, certain abusers multiple times, because it's like a toxic connection. So that's like, but I'm kind of projecting. So I don't.
This was like a childhood friend growing up. We grew up together and then lost each other.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
there was never a love connection. And then now we've reconnected 3 years ago. And
okay.
Well, let me see. This is where I think you're going, because I think you're going to another relationship she had, not this gentleman.
Okay.
And that not to repeat your pattern.
Yeah.
and that's right.
Yes, it's right.
Yeah.
So I know where Ginger is going because she's just brave enough to help here, and she has some psychic ability actually. But I can interpret that she has been in abusive relationships and not to repeat them.
Sure, yeah.
But this guy's so cute.
Yeah, it sounds adorable.
Yeah, I keep going to your kids. That's where I'm going and seeing if he could absorb, into the fact that you have a family, and how is he accepted that? Is it okay?
That's wonderful.
Right.
He has a family too.
Mm-hmm. So it would be blended family is what I'm getting. And you've taken one trip together, right? Or maybe 2, but I thought 1 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got along. That's important.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, travel's so
Well,
important.
we've been together for
we've been together for 3 years now.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So you've absorbed each other's family, blended family. You've traveled together. That's good. You don't have a real conflict with food, even though your taste might be a little bit different. And I want to say, it's not your pattern of abuse, which Ginger was picking up, and that I'm feeling a pretty bright future if you can figure out how to live together. I don't know if you live together yet.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, then that's
And we
good.
do. We are figuring all that out now.
Right. So if you can figure out the location where you want to live, and I think it's a slam dunk as a really good relationship. And it's not a pattern, because we did see a little bit of something I didn't like before, but it's not the same.
It sounds cute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if Brad Pitt gets back together with Jennifer Aniston.
And you know what? And all the kids seem to like him
and
very
everybody
much, so
likes
that's good. And you do have a spirit, but you know what? Your dog, Susan's dog just walked by, but you have a spirit animal that watches over you, and it is your dog, right? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
But let me tell you something. The dog likes him, so that's a good thing. Yeah.
The dog likes him.
When the dog comes, everybody's happy. So.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I hate to cut you off, but we've got to decide what we're going to do here. We've been here for a couple hours.
I get it.
I love it. It's so happy.
Thank you guys so much.
It's the love of your life. Do something special for your wedding. I don't even know if you're married right now, but do something special, really, so you have something to look back on, pictures and things. It doesn't have to be expensive, but something special.
That's great.
Okay.
Super
awesome.
cute.
Well, thank you guys.
Joy.
And now your dog is safe in heaven and likes to visit you often.
God.
He comes every time. Thank you so much.
Okay, God bless you. Have a good night.
God bless you.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Are you a clairvoyant dog?
Maybe the dog said that brought
Look,
the
they're
dog
all
in.
here right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of
dogs. Here.
So how do you feel, Rebecca?
You know what? I'm a little itchy right now because I got a bite in my face, so I'm itching. If you guys see.
Oh yeah,
Right
you did
here,
have a little
yeah,
bite.
so-
Did you get bit in my house?
No, it was before.
Okay. I was like, I don't have any bugs here.
So don't think I have, some scabies. I don't have some mosquito bite.
So I love that more people are calling, and it's like I wish we could get to all these people. Caleb, how many people are trying to get in today?
There's 132 on the busy line.
Waiting, yeah. We have 30 people in line, and we started at 8:22. It's been about an hour and a half.
Why don't we just do that like I call bullet readings, one question, snap, and get a bunch of people.
Okay,
You wanna
I'm
do
going to
it,
go
Ginger?
the longest caller. So if you just called in, I'm not going to.
Let's do like 5 bullet ones.
Okay. Yeah, really quick. Yes, no.
I like your style,
Yeah,
Ginger.
man. We put a number to it.
Okay, I'm gonna put a timer on that. Rebecca will be like, "Oh,
Our
and
goals
then,
down here, yes.
you don't get
32 and 10
questions."
minutes.
Okay, Mary Kate. Hello, Mary. She wants to connect with a loved one that passed.
Okay, is it a female?
Oh,
Hi.
it is. Yes.
Yes, okay. She's here.
Hi,
She said,
Kate.
yes, hello.
She's right here.
She's here. She said she loves your hair. I don't know what you did to it, but if you cut it or colored it or what, but she says it looks amazing. Okay. And then she told me that she connects you through dreams. And what do you think, Ginger?
I don't know. I feel like I can't do the people here thing yet.
Oh, okay. She's not.
She's not seeing dead people.
She said she wished she had more to say before she passed, and she comes and visit you all the time. So if you feel her presence, yes, her legs are good, her feet look good, and she got a new pair of shoes. She says she's dressed for success. So I don't know if
sound
she
like
liked
her?
clothes or, she always liked to, maybe even casual, but she came today looking good. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask just one?
Just one, really quick.
Real quick.
Okay, sorry. She died at 35 from a brain tumor that she didn't know she had, and her kids are doing great. Is there any message for them that I can
that makes sense.
pass
She looks very young. So it's going to take a little bit. I want to say 3 kids. I don't know if it's 2, but she has kids. Is that correct? Is there 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
She has 2 here, but she had a miscarriage.
Yes, yeah. So, but she wants me to tell you that she's watched them grow. That they've been, something that is also emotional for her to have left such small kids at a young age.
Ugh,
but she has a
horrible.
very good personality, and she told me to tell you she thinks her brain tumor was hormone driven. So I don't really know if that's correct, but that's what she told me. And
no, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then does she have she has boys and girls, right? Is it oh God, I want to say 2 girls and a boy, but I don't know, it's both. And that she told me that she is one of the kids is a little bit more psychic than the others, so she does the kids, if they feel her or see her, it's the truth. It's accurate. And she keeps going back to December. Is there any, besides Christmas, is there any birthdays or anything?
Okay, this is the last chance. Your time's rolling out.
Does that make sense?
I'm sorry. Yes, that makes sense. Her little girl
is born in
his
December.
birthday is around that time.
Yes. Will you please tell her that she said happy birthday, that she's gorgeous, and the boys, is there 2 boys and a girl? I'm not sure. I'm going fast.
Yeah, oh God, you're so good. She has 2, yes.
2 boys
pretty
and a girl.
much, yeah.
Yeah, one is a little sportier than the other. Yeah, but she loves them so much. You've got to give them big hugs and kisses, and she needs them to eat more fruit or berries, or even if they add, oatmeal or yogurt or something.
And I say give them a couple cupcakes for fun.
That too, okay?
Again, not a second. Just a suggestion.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you.
You can always call me for a private reading if you want to sound more.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Okay, God bless you.
Well,
Bye-bye.
that was a good bullet read, right?
Yeah.
I like the cupcakes.
So Rebecca was a part of my loss of a very longtime friend, Kelly Duncan. She passed away of cancer, and she came in to give her a reading. And Kelly asked her to come in to do a healing. She was already going to die, okay?
Yeah.
She was like way far, but thank you so much for coming in, and you were part of that. She actually passed that night. I was the last person to see her.
Goodness.
I wanted to tell her more about
It's so
heaven,
sad. She left behind a son, and it just so much to deal with, and I miss her dearly. It's really weird.
Well, you know what?
And that was horrible medical attention.
Well, when you're a healer, it's there's no guarantee that it's going to work. I did just get celebrated for helping heal somebody's cancer. I don't want to take full.
I know, but she was already past. There was nothing. You came at the wrong time.
Yeah,
we should have done it a lot sooner.
day.
But she still wanted you to come. And when she walked in, when Rebecca left, she looked at me and she goes, "Does she know that I'm dying?" It was like she just. And Drew was pissed. He was standing there and he was like, "Oh God, I can't believe it." I said, "She wanted her to come. Like, what am I supposed to do?" Like, well, you know what? It was her last wish.
I want to tell her, okay, you're done. You're bye. See you later. Maybe in the next life.
No, but it did. I think it made her feel better for a little while, and because you said, "Oh, you were holding your hand over her," and and she did feel better. Like it's some kind of a mental.
Give her some mental. But guess where I got celebrated though? At a animal sanctuary, and I had a monkey on my head. Okay, so I was around a lot of monkey butts, and maybe that's where I got a bit.
I want to meet a monkey.
All right, this one's been on hold for an hour and 40 minutes, and we appreciate it. Hey, Denise. Denise.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Welcome.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great.
We're good.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
We're so excited that everybody wants to listen to this and play with us tonight. So it's fun. All right. So what is your question?
Well, it's kind of a career thing. Do I stay in the state that I'm in, or do I go to another state? I guess.
Have you wanted
I don't know if that's a quick question or.
Well, no, that's okay. We're going bullet readings here, so I'm just going to throw out the first thing I heard was Texas. So I don't know if what you have to do with Dallas, Houston area, but there could be some opportunity in Texas. Should you move? There could be a possibility. I would have to say it would be a good idea if it was a really good opportunity. So I would have to say it would be okay. What do you say, Ginger?
I don't know. I see like the California, Nevada, West Coast area. I don't know if that's where she is now.
Yeah. So why don't you help us and just tell us where you want to go?
Well, it's not where I want to go, but it's I have family in Iowa, and I also have a daughter in San Diego.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
And you're going to Texas, girl.
Yeah, there's something about Texas, okay? So I don't know about Iowa, but,
Where are you right now?
Indiana.
Indiana.
We've got some Indianans in here.
Yeah, you know what? I have
Lafayette.
I have been in Indiana quite a bit. I'm working on a couple of crime cases out of Indiana. Cool. So yeah, I like Indiana. So, but I'm still going to stick with that Texas thing because there might be an opportunity that you don't know about. And, you know, if you feel comfortable and it's a place where you can have a connection to your family, by all means. I said moving is just okay. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Thanks so much.
Okay, good.
We have a skeptic on YouTube when it first came out because I guess it was on Drew's channel and they're like, what? And so everybody's yelling at him and arguing with him and saying, don't, just if you don't like it, turn it off. Why are you even talking? Like,
I love those skeptics. It's so fun to blow their mind.
It's not. I mean, I have to say most of our audience are female and gay. Mm-hmm. So just so you know,
like my boyfriend John.
It's like I know he's adorable.
Well, is it a female skeptic?
No, his name's Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. That's who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Stop misbehaving, Josh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody said Josh is lonely.
Joshua, I am personally going to come and spank you if you don't stop.
Joshua, does the word giraffe mean anything to you?
We don't need him to tell us his address. Yeah. I'm very good at that. Okay, I will locate you, Joshua.
Well, it's just funny because I don't put this out on like Drew's Twitter. I do Facebook Live because we have a lot of audience members there. I mean, we're just trying to build this. If you don't like it if you get a notification that it's me, just don't watch if you don't like it. I mean, I appreciate that you checked it out.
Why are you wasting your time trolling Joshua?
Because he's lonesome.
Because he's lonely. I bet we could help him with his love life if he just call in.
I know. Well, this is what he wants. He wants us to talk about him, right?
He wants ladies
to
talk about him.
Because
no ladies
negative energy.
Yeah.
Listen, Joshua
Giraffe. I told him I'm going to track you down, Joshua.
Joshua.
She'll come over and watch you while you're sleeping.
Yeah. And I don't have to drive there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I will fly over to you.
Or Hobo Kelly glasses. Do you remember Hobo Kelly?
There's a couple
over
here.
There was a show when I was growing up.
Yeah,
I'm
Hobo
obviously
Kelly.
older than Ginger, so she probably never
You wouldn't
saw it.
know, but I know.
Hobo Kelly.
I'm going to bring it back.
She was pretty much like this, and she put on these big glasses, and then I can see Susie, and I can see Tommy, and I can see eat your cereal, and it was so funny because it just, I mean, we all believed it. You know?
I believed it. So look at Joshua. I see Joshua, and he's eating pizza and hot wings. Okay,
Joshua, why would you do that by yourself?
Yeah, here's the deal. I don't want my husband to run for Congress, so I'm just going to talk to dead people. How about that?
Dr. Drew's wife talks to dead people.
I'm going outside the brand here. Now, I love my husband. I'm very supportive of everything he does, but I like doing this. It's fun. So, and I like helping people as well. So we're gonna hit another one here that's been on the line for.
Let's do two more. I have something tomorrow.
Oh, you do? Okay.
That I'm not prepared for.
It said, I don't know. They've been on for an hour and 44 minutes.
Oh, God. Who are they?
I don't know. Lynn? Mm-hmm. Is it Lynn on the phone? Oh, that's who owns the phone anyway. So, I don't know. Hello? Okay. Our first
ghost.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe she fell asleep. She's in New Jersey. Okay, sorry,
Typical
Lynn. We tried. Okay.
They go shopping and they sleep.
Okay. Someone wants to say hi to their grandma.
Oh.
They've been on for an hour and 43 minutes. So.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. How are you? Okay. So I was going to.
How are you?
I was going to say Anthony, but you sound like a woman, and I don't mean anything. Oh, Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Okay.
Yes.
The one
Hi,
thing
how are you?
Yeah, the one thing I'm getting, and if I'm wrong, just let me know. Is it your mother's mother? I'm getting maternal side.
Yes.
Did you read that?
No.
You can't see that.
No.
Yeah, you're blind, huh?
Yeah, there's no way in hell.
Wow,
So
that's
sorry.
fast. I can't believe
really
it.
was
Like
maternal.
pop in. Boink, your grandma's here.
Yeah, your mother's mother. Yes, she's here. And when you were like kind of a small child, did you spend a lot of time with her at her house? Or I smell cooking. Smells good in there. But she's also an interesting woman. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? So she told me to say that.
Yes.
And she said that you were like, you were her grandchild, but you were like her daughter too in a way, and that she's with you all the time, and that if you don't mind. And she says, I'm in a beautiful garden, and she says Rose, but I don't know if that's the name Rose or that's just roses.
That's my other grandmother.
She's here too. So your maternal maternal grandmother brought your paternal grandmother. So you got both grandmothers, two for one special.
She's in my house. Can you help me? My housekeeper was off today. I need some help.
And she told me to tell you that that also she keeps. She never forgets. One of the grandmothers had. You know how people used to have that phone book with everybody's phone number in there, and yes. So she still has it even in heaven. She said, "I know the numbers have changed, but I still have my phone book." So maybe she knows about those phone calls.
It's so hard to throw away phone books, even though nobody has those phones
and
anymore.
all their numbers, all the birthdays. One did that more than the other, and then there's also.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah, hey, don't lose that, okay?
I think I have my mother's phone book.
No, it stays in the same place where we keep it. It doesn't move. We don't move it.
Yeah, she's happy about that. And
There
then
for like 20-something years.
yeah, and then she was talking about we've had a lot of Johns here, but she's talking about maybe Johnny or is it Joey? But
Johnny,
It's
John
Johnny.
is her son. Joan is my mom.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
yeah, okay,
Ladies, stop.
okay, yeah, J, yeah, okay, J-O. I was doing this like really fast. So
It's both. It's John and Joni.
Joey, same thing.
Yep.
Okay, will you please tell them you got to call them? She says you got to call them, and if they don't believe it, that I'm alive and well, that I love them very much, and that she just wants to make contact.
Ginger's like, holy crap.
This is amazing. I have something to add for funsies,
Yeah,
whether
go ahead,
it's
go
psychic or not, is that whatever you heal for yourself, you heal for a generation. So if your grandma if she has a certain mistake that she made, it's a mistake that her grandma made, and it like follows generationally. So if you break the pattern, you break it for your children and everyone underneath it.
Yeah, that makes sense a lot. So you've elevated your whole clan. But one grandma had more of a sore knee than the other, I think. So watch your knees.
Did she? She have a bad knee?
A leg?
Yes.
A lot of grandmas do, though.
Well, let me tell you something. No, she told me specifically to be careful. Okay, don't mess with the grandma, okay? And this is on a serious
Problem is
note.
she'll stay here all night.
Yeah.
She'll start flickering the lights. And,
But you know what?
tell all these spirits, Rebecca, not to screw with my water. I don't need water gushing anywhere after the show.
Oh, she said she don't. She just loves you so much. She's glad that she was waiting to get on here with you. Both, really, because one brought the other. And just on a serious note, please tell your family that she loves them very much, that heaven is real. And
Well, can I ask one more question?
Yeah, go ahead, real quick.
About my love life? Anything about me and my boyfriend?
Oh, maybe that's what Ginger's tapping into because it's important for you to have an amazing love life. Somebody who's generous, but not just generous with his pocketbook, but that'd be nice, is generous with his emotional intimacy, his kindness.
And a teammate.
Yeah, a teammate. So how do you feel about this one? It seems like he's pretty good in that department.
He is.
Good. So,
anything about father who just passed away?
Oh, God.
Let me see.
Sorry.
Was it? No. Is his father a blue collar worker? Did he do, just not just, that's wrong. It was like a man's job. I don't know. His father seems very manly.
Yes.
Manly.
Yeah. So he
Is
said,
he manly? Is your boyfriend manly, too?
Yeah, manly, yes.
Hi, Rex.
Yeah,
Very.
no, they're good
Rex
looking
is
guys.
here.
Are they Italian by
Rex
any
wants a
chance?
psychic reading now. He wants a reading.
Are
Look.
they Italian? No.
Boy.
Oh, yeah. So,
No.
but there's something
I know,
about
I don't kiss. I'm
there's
Steve.
something about him
PD.
that his father says that he's believe in himself, work hard, and that at the end of the day he'll be fine financially in retirement, and we'll get to do some fun things. So it's all good.
All right, good. Thank
I
you
love
so
her.
much for
that
calling.
That was a good one.
Thank
There's
you.
somebody Italian.
You killed it.
Yeah.
You killed it,
Thank you.
Rebecca.
Okay, thank you. But you know what? Somebody Italian is
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're welcome.
you.
And somebody Italian is here, and they're trying to. I think I'm Italian because I am, and I'm talking with my hands. But their loved ones are here. So if
Really, an
anybody's
Italian person?
yeah.
Well, here's the next caller.
They're knocking.
Jacqueline.
I don't think she's Italian.
Jacqueline.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? So, are you Italian?
I'm good. Hi, Susan. Hi,
Do you-
Rebecca.
Do you know any dead Italians?
No, that's not. That's not
I actually do, but I don't know if you want to know them.
Look,
maybe
they
that's
worked
why
at the
they're here.
garbage
Well, I'm
factory.
telling you, there's somebody here from the other side. They said I'm Italian. Waiting to talk to.
My wife is Italian.
Oh, really? Oh, then your family is coming in here. You'll have to wait till after. Okay, Jacqueline. So we won't want to know your.
Well, who's the Italian though? There might be a reason.
They wanted to talk to their loved one. I mean, I'm not sure if that doesn't. They seem like good people. So I actually think it's your family.
Well,
Cause
Jacqueline has somebody that's Italian.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I have two questions actually for you. The first is, Susan and I and you too, Rebecca, lost somebody pretty close to us not too long ago, Howard Lapidus.
Oh yeah,
I want to
Howard.
know if he is around, and I'm just curious if he's still around me.
100%. Howard is the easiest person to talk to. I actually knew Howard.
Yeah.
And the best advice he ever told me was to
Drew's
get all your
longtime-
work done in the morning.
Longtime manager.
Yeah. And he said, absolutely. He said, you got to get on the job. You gotta, he's pursuing, are you pursuing somebody?
Yeah.
Are you doing something
Get back
new?
to work, Jackie.
Yeah.
Jesus. We need some more money.
No, he's serious about that though. I'm telling you.
Get up earlier.
And 100% he says, and he's mentioning this guy named Michael. Are you dealing with a Mike yet, or a Michael?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, pay attention to Michael.
That's
So-
how we
Wow.
used to talk too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
Who is that?
Yeah, Michael is another one of my clients, actually, that I'm doing some stuff with that's very new,
Oh, good.
but interesting.
Yeah, Howard said,
Yeah.
pay attention, pay attention.
You know what?
It could be really lucrative.
Oh, cool. Okay, great. That's good to
We
know.
all miss Howard
and
so much.
I always, wonder what he would tell me now. So, and I'm curious about what my near future looks like.
Well, according to Howard, it looks pretty lucrative. So keep your vision on your pocketbook. And also, he said something about somebody named Scott, but I'm not sure if you know who that is yet. So, and he also told me to tell you to take really good care of your stomach or your, I guess, your gastric tract. I don't say anything's wrong with it, but he said it's really important for you to take care of that
Got a
tummy.
colonoscopy. He died of,
I've had stomach problems my whole life. That makes perfect sense.
and he died of colon cancer.
Oh.
that's it.
Okay, but
And Howard, yeah.
but he's specifically telling you to do that.
Do
So Susan's right, and I think that you have a very, very sensitive, you're sensitive, and but he doesn't want you to get anything like, again, colon cancer, or what is the one with the divector? It's hard.
Diverticulitis.
Yeah. Yes. And he said that.
Oh, that's terrible. Drew gets that all the
so
time.
he says it's really important for you to take care of that, and he's like this.
Somebody on Facebook said,
Oh,
Howard is
interesting.
God. Craig Stack on Facebook. Do you know him, Jackie?
Craig Stack.
He goes, Howard is God.
I know Tim Stack.
Howard is God.
Yeah.
The other day, we were thinking about something, and Drew was like, God, I wish Howard was here because he'd tell me what to do. I think it was when everybody wanted Drew to run for Congress. And he was like, I don't know what to do. And if Howard was here, this would all be handled. We would know exactly what to do. And I said, well, you got me and Jackie, so get over it. Jackie and I were like, no. And you know what? He was just amazing. And he was clairvoyant.
Yeah, no, he was. He told me some things that he wouldn't have known.
If you have a clairvoyant manager, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, he told me
because
that he
they
was
could see the
psychic.
future. He'd be able to tell you what to do and know it was going to make money. Like,
well, he knew that he said he would come back and communicate. So he's extremely easy.
And he showed up.
Yeah.
And then you were talking to somebody, and I guess Maria just had lunch with them. And
Yeah,
he,
it was
like,
a very
showed up.
weird connection because
he-
I was at an event for my client, and I'm like talking to this woman, and I'm like,
a mucky muck and
why is
television.
Howard here? And she's like, oh my God, I knew Howard and I just had lunch with his wife.
I know. And,
I'm like,
and I called Maria and she
out.
goes, I had lunch with like 9 people last week. Which one was it? And I was like,
I was so shocked I can't even remember her name, for God's sake. So she was,
but she was having a lot of lunches.
Yeah, so
everybody really poured themselves out for Maria, and it was really tough there.
But keep the name Scott. Get your tummy checked. He said he's going to guide you. He would never forget you. You're amazing. And he says you and Susan are some of his favorite people. And and then he said take a trip to Spain. I have no idea what that means. But
let's go to Spain, Jackie.
Okay.
I'm down.
I was thinking Italy, but I'm close enough. Maybe I'll do both.
Yeah, Mediterranean, right there. He knows that.
Yeah. Oh, great.
God, I just heard somebody laugh. Did you guys hear that?
That was her. That was her voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
She sounds like a. She's got a cute laugh.
I keep thinking Howard's coming through most of our calls, so it would never surprise me when those signals come through. I know it's Howard.
Yeah, believe me, yes, it is. And but he's serious about going to the Mediterranean, going to foreign travel. It'll lighten you up. Your stomach will feel good then. And so he's right there with you.
Well, tell Howard I love him too.
Yeah, he said I love you too.
Me too. Me too.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in.
Guys, love the show.
Thank you.
Get
us an ad.
Bye.
Howard just said to sell us an ad. Okay, so can you get on top of that, Jackie?
If Howard says it's coming, it means it's coming. So I will.
Good. And you got to do a little something for me too.
She doesn't know that I said that.
Okay.
Okay.
And
talk
Ginger.
To you tomorrow.
Well, Ginger's already got the luck of the Irish.
I mean, Jackie was on hold for like 2 hours. So.
Oh my goodness.
So okay, well that was a nice ending, and God bless you, Howard, for all you've done in our life.
Oh, sorry.
What's that?
Nothing. I'm reading the thing.
What?
Oh, sleepy time for you.
Wait, what?
It says wrap up. Ginger is sleepy. I do have to go, but I'm laughing that it's on the thing.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's funny.
My eyes are dry.
Caleb's like, Caleb is hungry.
Oh my God, that was the next thing. I thought it was you were hungry. It's Caleb.
Yeah. No, I ate too much today.
Yeah, and I do feel that.
We were going to talk to you about that.
Your people
Ginger.
are.
So, anyways, thank you. Okay, so somebody wants to know how much your private readings are.
Mine?
Yes. Do you mind telling?
I'd rather not.
Okay.
But you know what? It's on my website. I am reasonable for the level. Yeah, the level that I'm at. And, if somebody is really in dire straits, I could work with you. I'm flexible.
Right. Also, or you can do a half hour. You don't need to do a
You can
whole
do 1
hour.
half hour, 1 hour or more if you want. And you can find my number, but I'll tell you what it is, 818-853-1123. And if you inquire, I will absolutely tell you what my price is.
Yeah, and she's RebeccaFearing.com. And also, you can find her on my cast of clairvoyants on my website, Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. She is reasonable for this level of psychic mediumship.
Yeah.
Everybody's prices are a lot higher than when I started doing this show, only because they just get better and better.
But I'm pretty much stayed pretty.
Yeah, you're reasonable.
So,
some people charge like $1,000 an hour, like Thomas John.
I couldn't do it because I would feel guilty that they were not paying their mortgage, or maybe they weren't.
No, I know, I
get
it.
I would never do it. I could make it as in group reading. So,
but it is like, I think it's just call the website, go to the Cast of Clairvoyance, and then just check out their prices with them directly.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Where's Dr. Drew at?" He's downstairs eating his steak, so that's pretty much all he's doing tonight. So thank you for all the questions and for watching and waiting online. We're going to have to let you guys go online. There's a lot more people waiting. There's 30 people in line. and
I would be here all night, you guys.
I know, and it's just amazing how you can do a couple hours and survive. So having tapping into spirit can really.
Not me. I could go hours and hours and hours. Okay, and then I go hours and hours and hours, and then I go out to eat. I know every late night place in town.
Let's go.
And yes,
I want to go to dinner.
Yes, and then I even go to the movies sometimes at 11:30.
Oh my goodness! Look at you.
Follow me on Twitter at First Lady of Love. Also, Facebook.com/Susan Pinsky. Like us. share it with a friend. Say, hey, this really cool thing I saw. You guys should watch next time. Call in. Sorry I didn't get to everybody. I really, really feel bad.
We'll do it again soon.
I was overwhelmed with joy when I heard that 300 people called last week. I was like, really? Like, I haven't done this in a year, and I'm so glad that we're able to get this content out to you, and we hope that we can have some really good subject matter and maybe do another missing person investigation.
Yeah, I just found somebody, so I'm happy that I was able to help locate her.
Yeah, I mean, I like to do stuff that's in the news, but I just I wanted to see Ginger, and
Ginger.
she was in it.
So
amazing.
Keep us
amazing
posted on what you're
co-host.
doing.
Thanks. Yes.
Yeah,
No,
you
and
were
also
so
fun.
fun.
It's so great to meet you.
And we're Ginger's Ginger the Jester on,
on all
Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
We're on Instagram and all this stuff too. But
Yeah.
just, tell somebody tonight, and we appreciate, we want to bring love and happiness to more people, and just hope that, if you're suffering a loss or you need closure on something, or you can call a psychic. It's okay. And
you have to check him out like you check your doctor out.
Yeah. Rebecca's the real deal.
And all the people that I work with on my website, on my cast of clairvoyants, are all qualified, certified, and almost Dr. Drew proof, because I think he's had a reading by pretty much every single one. And he won't want to admit it, but he does. Everybody wants to know, how their dad, his dad died. He just wants to know what
was his dad. Is that who Morty is?
Yes.
Oh my God, I did not remember that, Susan. You guys, I swear on my life, I hear, well, you didn't mention Morty. Okay? So, Drew?
Post Morty.
Yeah, your pop is here. He's very proud of it, and he must be a fan of this show tonight, because I heard it and I did not remember his name.
He pops in all the
Mort,
time.
yeah, he said
he has a very powerful spirit.
Oh, yeah.
We miss Mort. Everybody misses Mort, and I hope, maybe, is there a message for Drew? So I can
he told him that he's on this big adventure, but there's a new, like the new show you did. He loves it.
Right.
I guess they see this in heaven. I don't know. And that be very positive of the next 10 to 12 months.
Okay.
Because it's going to be an exciting venture here.
This show?
The show,
Ask
his
Dr.
show.
Drew.
Yes, Ask Dr. Drew.
Yeah, well, somebody else said that to me today. They said that Caleb's going to be rolling in the dough. So, yeah.
So this is
That's what I like to hear.
So that's from Drew's dad. Thank you,
2020.
Mort.
I love double digits. Happy New Year to my Chinese friends, and also
新年快乐.
Yes,
thank you.
Is somebody out there missing their poodle, a white poodle? Your dog made it safely to heaven. We'll come back if that's what you want, but please know that your puppy, your poodle, is there, safe, wants to come back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. This was a pleasure. It was really fun. Let's
So
go.
cool.
We got to go out and
Love
eat
you.
something.
Yeah, we're going to go eat now.
Knock
Okay.
headphones.
That's it.
Thanks.
See-